Hello, welcome. Delighted that you're here. Each week you'll meet a lady who will be sharing her story with you, and the intention is that you will be entertained, motivated, and inspired to share yours. It's time for women to rise and stand in heart-centered leadership. Join with us and stay tuned. We don't disappoint. Cheers. Well, hello and welcome. It's Wednesday night, and tonight, we're talking about business. Because isn't that what we're all about? We're going to be talking with a beautiful young lady who's all involved with the Better Business Bureau. And I don't know about you, but that's a bureau that most of us need to be more familiar with. And she's going to share a lot of information with us. I am Joy Ruffin, signature style specialist, professional speaker, and creator of Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. Every week, I'm going to come to you with a lovely lady and who has gone through her own transformation, internal, external. And she's struggling maybe with her sense of style and wants to know more about how to style herself and erase the spending money, way too much money. We go into that at a much later date, but that's what this show is all about. It's for women who are in their second chapter, regardless of age, and are willing and open to have a more definitive signature style. But tonight, our leading lady is Cynthia Lavin. I'm going to bring her up because rather than go through all of the A, B, C, D, and A to Z, I'm going to have her explain to you what she's doing with the Better Business Bureau. Cynthia, woohoo! It said save, it didn't come up. It says add. This is acting very temperamental. Computers, I love them. Cynthia, hello and welcome. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure indeed. Let me just say this. I don't give out the bio anymore because people just want to know pretty much what you're doing and how it's going to serve them. So you are now with the Better Business Bureau. So tell us your title and what you do and how long you've been there. Share with us a wee bit about the Better Business Bureau and what they do for the community.
Well, I am trained as a publicist, and I am the Director of Communications and Community Engagement for the Better Business Bureau. And I have been with the Bureau for 4 years now. So I am really in charge of going out into the community, bringing information when it comes to educating them about working with businesses, doing transactions with businesses, and also educating businesses about how to be a better business. And I'm just really the spokesperson. I'm really a partner with the media and working with different platforms to just get that information out there for the community.
I think that's fantastic. And I also know because of your bio and what you sent me that you speak 2 languages. You speak English and you speak Spanish. So you have the Spanish market as well. And you're in the Caribbean. You do all of Florida and the Caribbean. So tell us a little bit more about the actual work that you do and the type of businesses that you work with. I know it's across the board, but share a little bit more about that.
Okay, well, the Better Business Bureau that I work with is in Southeast Florida. So we serve 11 counties in the Southeast Florida region. And then we also serve the areas of Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. And then Puerto Rico, I'm really the person in charge of doing a lot of the liaison because I speak Spanish and just getting the word to the media in Spanish as well, and just kind of making that communication to be more localized for our Spanish speakers. And I've spearheaded a lot of the projects in the Bureau to really communicate with the Spanish media and translate a lot of the information and important studies that we put out there for the community. Really what we do with businesses and consumers is a lot of education. With businesses, we always promote the mission of being an ethical and transparent business. And for consumers, we promote just being a smart consumer, a smart shopper.
I like that. It's a dual type of thing because I was going to speak to you and ask you about how one comes to the Better Business Bureau and gets accredited. What kind of accreditation? And you just spoke to the key word there. It's all about integrity, loyalty, honor, and all of that. So what type of businesses come to you? Are you across the board? I think you are, but share with us a wee bit. Small, medium, large businesses that come to you and what they get from you when they arrive?
Well, we definitely have businesses across the board of all sizes. We really do have a large portion of medium to small businesses. We have a lot of businesses in the trades, professional services. We have some big brands also in South Florida, like the Miami Heat, Office Depot, that have actually decided to partner up with us because they believe in our mission and really what we have to bring to all the businesses out there. Some businesses believe that the better the marketplace is, the better everyone's going to be because they don't have to fight fraud and scammers and all these different things that unfortunately we're faced with because of the digital age. And then to become accredited is really a process where people have to apply and see if they do meet our standards. And what we offer is exclusive education. We offer BBB EDU, which has modules where businesses can learn or teach their employees and not necessarily have to pay additional money for training. They get exclusive events. Well, now it's a little bit more difficult given the situation we're living in, but we have adapted to do a lot of these events virtually and just mediation. And we continue to add products and services every year.
Yes, I love the way you explain that to us. But as a layman and someone who's coming and they're really not that familiar, they've heard the name, they know what the Better Business Bureau is all about as a layman, but they don't really get it. And you mentioned because of this crisis that we're all in, how you're doing much more online. Because my question was going to be, do you go out and you're in Southeast Florida, do you go out to the businesses? Not anymore. Now you do more of the training that you're doing online. So tell us, what's the 1, 2, 3 major components of business that you share with the people that you're working with? And that's not an easy question, but I'm sure you have it categorized in some way that you can address that. What would that be?
Well, really, we help businesses just kind of be exposed and exposed in a way that the consumer can see that they're an ethical business. Once we give our stamp of accreditation, yes, the consumer really knows that this is a business they can feel confident doing business with, because regardless of any issues that may arise, the business has signed a contract with us that they have to answer complaints and they have to really resolve any issues that come on board. Then the other aspect that businesses can benefit from, we're Google partners. So we work with Google programs, and businesses can access some of these products at a much lower cost. We help them kind of just get set up and be in that front area of Google and just have a reputable business where they can show this information. And, you know, the consumer is becoming a lot more intelligent and savvy only because we also do a lot of their training. So they know a lot of the things to look out for. And now it's really not the time to hide your business. It's the time to be out showing what you're doing, even if your operations are maybe reduced because of the pandemic and all these different things. It's the time to continue to just push forward. And that's really what we do. We're always partnering with different organizations to just bring more things to our accredited businesses. But really, it's that availability to do mediation, to just go to a group and ask questions when it comes to issues with consumers and reputation, really. And I know nowadays it's important to have good reputation.
Cynthia, that was beautifully put and well explained. Now, I do my research, and yet there's always something that slips through the cracks. How long have you been connected with Google?
We have been connected with Google. We have been doing Google programs for about 3 to 4 years, but as official Google partners, 1 year officially.
So I'm thinking that's rather new, and I'm sure a lot of people don't know that. I mean, you can only keep up so much up to speed with everything, but that's fantastic. And it's about a full year, and being associated with the Google platform. How does that, oh, this is a good one. How does that impact the businesses that you're consulting with?
Well, it helps them tremendously. We have access to Google speakers that can come twice a year for us, now it's digitally, but initially in person. And then we also receive the training to be able to impart information on just things that the businesses can do on their own. It doesn't cost them any money to really fix their profiles, to post certain things on Google My Business when they have a physical business. And it's just information that it's important to know. Google is a very important platform, And really, if you have a business, you should be on there and should have very nice, clear, clean information on Google.
Absolutely. And I like that: precise, clean, and clear. Too many people get too bogged down with so much. My keyword of late is stuff. So much stuff that really is
Yes.
irrelevant to what the business. Now, tell us predominantly, and this might not be easy, but I know you can handle this. What type of businesses predominantly come to you? Would it be brick and mortar, real estate, insurance, finance? What is the largest category of businesses that come to you for accreditation?
Well, our largest category, I would have to say it's in the trades. So anything with roofers, plumbers, all
Yes.
those types of services, contractors, because these types of services, specifically in South Florida, are known to have some bad players with bad practices that really just come to the houses, take the money, and disappear. So businesses that want to really put themselves out there and their best foot forward know that they really need that stamp of approval and that backup because they want to be known as a good, ethical business.
Yeah. That being the case, that category of people coming to you, and you're spot on as far as the negative that's attached for far too many of them. How do you help them, guide them, support them, and doing all the right things with integrity and all that other good stuff that they need to get rated and be at the top of the list when people go to look up someone that they need to do this type of business? How and what do you do with them? I understand that you do the classes and the virtual and the training, but what is it predominantly that you share with them that's meaningful, not only to them, but to all of us?
Well, when a business comes to us to start their accreditation process, we really take a very detailed look at everything that they have or that makes their business. So if we see contracts and privacy policies that may be a little bit controversial or lend themselves to misinterpretation, we let them know so that they can correct those types of things so that they don't face issues in the future. And these are things that we work with them. We also work with them on their advertising. If they're making claims that may be a little bit hard to back up or to prove, we also let them know so that they can correct these things. If they have a website that needs help, that's really not showcasing what they do, or maybe it's out of date or doesn't have a privacy policy, or it's not a secure website, we also let them know. And these are things that businesses have to correct to be able to be a part of the Better Business Bureau.
Absolutely. While you're speaking there, Cynthia, I'm thinking I do a lot of networking, you do a lot of networking, and most of the men and women that we meet are entrepreneurial in whatever field of area of work that they're doing. How many entrepreneurial people are you dealing with percentage-wise? And maybe I'm sure you know this, it doesn't have to be exact, who are in the entrepreneurial business working online, who are part of your Better Business Association. Do you have any statistics on that?
Well, I don't have the exact number, so I don't want to give that exact number to you. But besides the trades, we do have a lot of businesses that are standing out and doing very great things for the community, and they see the value in being associated with the Better Business Bureau. We have businesses in South Florida like For Ocean, and it's a category where it's really focused on a mission, and it's what they call B Corp because they really started just with the mission of cleaning up trash from the ocean, and every bracelet they sell, it's a pound of trash that they pick up from the ocean. We have different businesses that are doing things, a lot of community outreach and corporate social responsibility. And we're really going into a phase now as a whole, the Better Business Bureau, to be able to really categorize these businesses on our platform. So every person who wants to go and do business with a business that's business for good per se, that's doing a little bit more, then they can find these types of businesses. And this is something that's a long-term goal for us. But we definitely like entrepreneurs, and we always welcome them. And if it's something that perhaps we don't find a fit for them, we try to work with them to maybe partner them with other organizations so that they can really thrive. The Jim Moran Foundation, it's a good organization that helps entrepreneurs, and they work with us. And before the pandemic, they were using our training room to come once a month and really train these entrepreneurs.
I love this. I love this in more ways than I can share with you right here and now. One of the things that you said, and I'm sure the people who are here now and those who will come for the replay will want to tune into this, because many people who are doing whatever business they're doing online, they're wanting to meet and connect with more people, and inviting speakers to come to the different businesses that they are fit for would be something that they would want to do. So my intention here, Cynthia, is always to have people connect with you so that you can in turn see if they're a fit for you and your business and how they could play into what you're doing that would benefit not only the businesses and the community, but it would be a win-win for both. So I love that. Now, when you're into the communities and when you were able to get out and do your one-on-one, when you go out to the community and you're speaking to them, what message predominantly are you taking out to share with them about the Better Business Bureau? You mentioned it several times, but I'm repetitive. Repeat over and over and over. Your message when you go out, and we will be going out again, God knows when, but it'll be soon. And when you go out to speak to them, to enlighten them about what you do and how you do it, what is the message that you take to them?
Well, really, the primary message that we take, or I take to them, is that the Better Business Bureau is here to help them. We're here to help them become a better business. I mean, it's in our name. And there are things that we believe that most businesses start wanting to be good businesses all the time. And sometimes things fail in their process, that it unfortunately takes them down a different path. And we just want to be able to start with businesses that are maybe new and young and entrepreneurs, that to let them know what the steps are so that they don't fall. We want to catch them early so that they don't face problems. So really, my message is we're here for you, and that's why we believe in partnerships, and we like to work with everybody in the community, because what we cannot provide, we certainly have a partner that we like to support so that they're able to provide that.
Partnership and community, it's everything, Cynthia. We know this. And may I share with you what you already know? No one does anything alone. And when it comes to business, I don't think any business wants to be just average and at the bottom of the totem pole. Most businesses want to expand and grow and give the best service that they can to the community. And that's why when I met you through someone else, I said, yay, this is what community work is all about. And no matter what business or what work you're doing, you're involved in the community. And that's how it ought to be. Tell us how you came to do the work that you're doing. Now, you are a spokesperson, you speak two languages, and you're very much involved with the community. But how did you come to that?
Well, I initially started off being a junior publicist for a boutique PR firm that managed some large brands. I had brands. One of my accounts at the time was Red Bull, Pollo Tropical. I had the Miss Florida USA. So I got to work with a lot of different kinds of people. But one of my favorite persons or companies, you would say, that I work with was a nonprofit that works with women, and they go door to door in communities that are underserved to be able to provide these women with a mammogram and just health checks every year. And the person who started the organization was a breast cancer survivor, and she started this organization on her own. And we did a lot of pro bono work with her, and that was really empowering, and it was very fulfilling for me. And my mother, as a business owner, was a part of the Better Business Bureau many years ago. And it just kind of seeing that and seeing a lot of the direction that the Better Business Bureau was being taken into 4 years ago when I started, I believe this was something that I really wanted to be a part of. And I've been very proud of the work that I have been doing with the Bureau. And
so you should be, because you're a great spokesperson for them. And I'm really absolutely thrilled that we met through another friend that we both know and care for. So, and what you do is stupendous in so many ways, because you are really supporting people to get and to be the best that they can. I'm going to take a quick break and put you on the sidelines, but don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Absolutely.
All righty. What can I say? Don't you love it? From the moment that I heard about the Better Business Bureau many, many years ago, I knew that it was a great organization, and as any organization in business gets better and better and better. So I'm really delighted that Cynthia is here tonight sharing a lot of information with us. But let me say this to you. I'm extending an invitation to you. Whether you're here now or you're going to come for the replay, we never know, because for some reason I'm not able to see the names here. But if you are here for the replay, please make sure that you join my Facebook group, Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. And know that every Wednesday night, I bring to you a leading lady that I interview who's very much involved in the work that she's doing and within the community. And the intention is that you will connect with her. And every week, for women who are in their second chapter, regardless of age, who are spending way too much money on clothes and never feeling confident and assured about what they have, these are the women that I look for, and I want to be your guide and to help you with that, because that's the circle that I dance in. And one of the things that I want you to know and always be aware of is that you're welcome here, and that I love it when whoever is here as a guest, you make it your intention to connect with them, because that's how we grow and that's how we expand. So please join my Facebook group, Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. That's a link to my Facebook group. And as far as Leading Ladies, you'll see the link there, and you'll get your free copy of how you can discover your signature style and stamp. And I can't wait to meet you there. So make it soon. Until then, stay well. Now, Cynthia, let me ask you this. When it comes to style, everybody has style, and style means different things to everyone. Now, you are very stylish and you look absolutely smashing there. How would you classify your style? What category would you put yourself into?
I want to say two words: affordable and timeless.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Being on TV often, I think, I always like to have a clean look of things that really don't go out of style. And sometimes really solid colors, but I always like to add a pop. And really my thing that I do is wear big necklaces. So it really gives that pop, even though I'm wearing maybe black or white or really a solid, simple color. It's really that thing that always gives it that pop, for me, at least.
I like that. I like that word, pop. And I also like that you started with affordable, because so many women, I think they feel that the more you spend for something, the better it's going to look. And that's not the case. When it comes to professional, and you are a professional woman, what's important to you in dressing as a professional and showing up as a professional?
Well, for me in particular, and I know not a lot of people it's a little bit interesting. When I was really out in the field, there's a lot of opportunities when it comes to events, and I've always done event planning wherever I have been. It's important for me to have comfortable shoes, and that's not always a high-heeled shoe for me, because I have to run around with boxes, planning things, maybe putting things up or taking things down. And a lot of the times also I will keep an ironed button shirt in my car, because if I'm carrying things, I don't want to wrinkle something up. And my mother always encouraged me to have pressed clothes. So really for me, the most important thing is comfortable shoes and maybe layers that you can kind of take off and play with a little bit.
Cynthia, thank you for sharing that. I have to share this with you because I simply absolutely love what I do, and I learn as I go. Now, you're a beautiful, young, stunning, very well-spoken young lady. And I've met others who are like myself, elder and more mature, and both have said shoes are vital because you want comfort. But the older lady wanted high heel shoes, but she couldn't find them that were comfortable enough, so she got lower kitten kind of heels. And you're saying that when you're out and about, you wanted shoes that were comfortable. You didn't say whether they were flats or heels, but you wanted comfort. Comfort was the number one thing. I get that. I think that's vital. And I think that's true for anybody. I don't think it really has that much to do with age. It depends on the work you're doing and how you're out and about. Listen, time flies here. It goes by before you can know it. What message and what would you like to leave the audience with as far as the Better Business Bureau? What you're doing, what you offer them, and how you bring the offering to them. Share with us a wee bit more about that so I can make sure that they get and hear and connect with you if there's any information that's given that will benefit them, and I'm sure there is. What's the message that you want to leave them with?
Well, the message I want to leave the viewers and everyone watching us and everyone joining us for the replay, the message really is that the Better Business Bureau is here to help you. It's your Better Business Bureau. We're here for you, whether it's as a consumer or as a business. We're here for you, and we are made up of a diverse group of people. And we have a board that's made up of other business owners in the area that is very diverse, and it's women and minority-owned businesses. So really, we're here to help you and to represent the landscape in South Florida and to just really take information from you. A lot of the things that we do is just feedback that we get from the businesses. So please reach out to us, find out a little bit more about us. Feel free to just reach out and talk to us and start the lines of conversation.
I think that's great. And I think that's really so needed because we all need each other. And especially in these times that this pandemic that we're all in and somewhat locked down, and the virtual access to meeting and connecting with new people, you're offering that. And I think that's fantastic. Cynthia, the time is gone. I don't know where it went to. It just flies right by. Thank you so much. It was really my pleasure. I'm going to ask you to step into the green room, and I will be with you in a second or two.
Thank you, Joy. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. Thank you. I hope that you enjoy as much as I do meeting and connecting with beautiful men and women. Soon it will be men and women because I'm starting a new business to business with joy. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to have Cynthia here today. She gave you lots of good nuggets, and I hope that you will take it to heart and explore and investigate and research and see how you can be beneficial to the Better Business Bureau and vice versa, because it should be a win-win for both. But may I say, as always, it's good to see you here. It's good to have you here. I am Joy Ruffin, creator of Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. And the intention is always to bring you women, predominantly, who are into leadership, entrepreneurial, and who are all about and have gone through some type of transformation, internal, external, and they want to share their journeys with you so that it will benefit you in one way or another. And one of the things that I find as I do this show and we move onward and we keep going is that everybody has a good story to share. And people want to share that story. But more importantly, your assignment, for those of you who don't know, I love the movies, but yet I know that we live in the real world and the movie is a combination of everything. But when it comes to what I'm going to leave you with, this movie, Mission Impossible, I like the old and the new and blending them together. Well, Mission Impossible always begins with, should you decide to accept the assignment? I'm inviting you again to join my Facebook group, Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. You'd be a welcome addition, and you're going to get so much information there. And I welcome you and can't wait to meet you one-on-one. Thank you for being with us. And remember that it's our time. It's our time. It's time for women to rise, connect, and unite together. Heart-centered leadership. That's what we're all about. And I can't wait to meet you one-on-one. Until we do, and make it soon, take care, do all that they're telling you to do, wear your mask, and be mindful of what's around you, and be careful with yourself and with others, and look after yourself. All the best until we connect. Thank you for being here. So long for now. Cheers. Okay. I want to bring you up. I want to bring you up. Why can't I bring you up? There you are. Okay, good. There you are. All right. It went quickly. Listen, you are so good. No, listen to me. I always know what I know. You are really very good. You're charming, you're warm, you're natural. You're just very, very good. I can't wait to get to know you and do more with you. Now, one of the things that I wanted to chat with you about is I'm starting mid-September. I haven't given it a date yet. It'll be mid or end for sure. I've already got all my stuff going. It's called Business to Business with Joy.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing it on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Just like you and I are here. It's going to be a whole different foundation platform. It's going to be me interviewing businesses, the spokesperson for that business. And all I want from them is to share and enlighten the audience with what they're doing, how they
Okay.
serve the audience, the community, and what they expect and what they give. And then in turn, when they're through, this video will be given to them should they choose to accept it. And then they can take the video, dice, slice, splice it up, and do whatever they want to. You're getting this for free because this is before I started this program. But you can take this video and you can take me out of it because most of the time I left you on solo. But when I come on, you can do whatever you want to do. It becomes your video. But for the biz to biz, it's going to be minuscule. And you know, video and television, what the cost is. It's going to be $32 for the half hour. And what I'm going to do is give them the video if they want it. And then in turn, they can do whatever they want to with the video. And the really smart people, and you know, I'm not a techie, but they can have somebody who's into video slice and dice it up and do all the things so they can highlight them and their business and what they do. They can take micro video slices out of it and do things to promote their business. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So that being the case, I want to, for you, and I'm thinking, Cynthia, insurance people, real estate people, financial people, the healthcare industry, which is a broad base. And then I would say a transportation, any limousine services, any business that transport people, bus services, things like that. And I'm predominantly concentrating in the community, meaning Southeast Florida. Yet, for those who need and want more exposure and are open to it, I have just become a producer with the Profitable Podcast Agency.
Okay.
Take that video if they like the video, and we can take that video and send it. And we're international, we're global, but we can go way outside of Florida if they have other businesses, or we can go in other parts of Florida and we can do zip codes. We can do a lot. It's minuscule cost because I only go top of the line. I don't know you, you don't know me, but I think you know that already. And so that's their choice. So after the video, when I do an opt-in call with them, if they decide I like it, it was fun and it was great and this, that, and the other, and I'd like to see if I could get more exposure, more customers, more business, then we can talk. They can get a press release. They can do all that stuff that you already know about. Mm-hmm. But that'll be the call. And those are the 5 businesses that I predominantly want to work with.
Okay.
So if you know, and if you hear of any, and I'm putting my graphics together now, if you hear of any business or company where they want to expand and go more and they want to be interviewed and they want to put their business out there, then just give me their name and let them know about me and I will take it from there. Now, you had asked me for an outline, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And
so, this is what I'm thinking, Joy, only because we, right now with everything going on, obviously we have really gone into that space of creating video ourselves.
Yes.
But, you know, I don't necessarily, I never like to think of other community partners as competitors because everybody does something different, correct?
Yes.
So
Yes.
The way we could work something, maybe if we can, you know, and once I have all the information and if you give me maybe what would help me is stats of your current show now, how many people really join and watch the replay, how many members you have in Leading Ladies, because I know this is a new project, so you cannot give me info on the business to business. But if you provide to me that information, I could present to our CEO, Rod, and mention to him, and maybe we can send out a mailer saying, you know, for this cost, you can do this, and you know, we're kind of backing it up. Or if he decides to maybe underwrite maybe 6 of them, we have a Torch Awards that we've been doing. It would have been in our 3rd year this year. We unfortunately had to cancel it, but we have good businesses that become finalists, and then we award them the torch, and it's in medium, small, medium, and large categories, and we have had excellent winners, and I think they would be great candidates to do some of these the show with you because they're people who are organized, they're used to talking. We actually do a video profile on them as part of their winning. We go into their business and talk to them
Yes.
and do a bit of a profile. And it's no more than 2 minutes. And it's on our YouTube, and I can send it to you. But these businesses are used to talking to someone and providing good information, and they don't need a lot of coaching. So I'm thinking that maybe if I talk to Rod, he could possibly underwrite this with the right numbers. He likes to, especially now that we have really been very careful in a lot of the projects that we choose money wise, but to underwrite some of this just to feature the torch winners for 2019 and 2018, and that you can interview them and we can cross promote. I think that could be a good start. And then from there, if your people like it and our people like it, we can say, hey, only for accredited businesses, you get this price. And then the rest of the stuff, whether it's a press release or not, they can work it out with you. Because I've never wanted to get into the whole, I'll help you with press releases, because then we have 5,000 businesses. And I wish I could help all of them, but I really can't look at the communication.
Listen, I hear you, and I like what you're saying, except there's one thing I have to come to the fore right in the beginning and say to you. This is new for me. So when you talk about stats and how many people and all of that, this is a show that will go out just like this. You'll get this video. It goes on Facebook. It goes on Twitter. It goes on LinkedIn. It goes into some of my other Facebook sites that I belong to, and also my Facebook groups.
Okay.
LinkedIn. And that's the exposure that they're going to get. And then they would have to do some of the promoting, like I sent you the poster. They'll get a poster, and then they will have to do that themselves. So this is like the entree and opening, a beginning for them. It's not going to be where I have 5,000 followers. I don't. My beginning here is minuscule, but it will grow and I will build it. But for now, for anybody who wants to do and get exposure, the key for them and for you to express to Rod, I'm going to send you the outline that I have for $32 to get the video and do whatever they want to and they need with it. And then to put it on all of the sites where they can, after they have the video, they can take it and put it on other sites and do whatever they want to. So stats as far as a huge, humongous following, I don't have. I will have ultimately, eventually, but that's not going to be the key selling point for me. And if that's going to be the key for him, then this is not. But as far as doing an interview, promoting them, giving them, allowing them to shine, just like you did here tonight, then they can take that and do whatever they want to. Now, this is Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. I could show you, I'm not going to show you now, I'll send it to you. But this show is Biz to Biz with Joy. Grow your business in style. That's just because we're keeping signature style and all of it. But style covers a lot of territory. It's how you present your service and what you do, all that. So that said, you can do that. I'm going to send over to you tonight in your email. These two, I have one that I'm going to be doing an ad for on Facebook starting the middle of September, promoting and asking people to come to do the show. And then I'm going to also send you a brief outline, because when it gets too involved, and I know you're a big business, so I'm not knocking this, so please don't think that. But when they get to proposals and outlines and all that kind of crap, I don't have time for that, because we're talking about a half-hour show, which takes a lot of work, which you know, and then you get the video, and then you can dice and slice and do whatever you want to with it. I think for that amount, it's priceless.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I can go as far as to say, if it's something that makes sense, I think Rob could even, underwrite at least the first couple of people, just to, and even if it's not done that way, we will at least promote it, and send it out to our people and say, hey, if you're a part of this, and maybe you just become official partners. I don't know if your business is a nonprofit.
I haven't set all of that up yet. That's in the making for next year, where I'm going to be an LLC and do all of that. I haven't done that yet. This is all new somewhat for me, but listen, I'm ready to rock and roll and I can do that. Yeah.
So it's just, it's just a matter of conversation and
I understand. And I appreciate you. I don't know who is Rob?
Rod is our CEO. So Rod is really, when it comes to anything that we want to do, department wise, he looks at the projects and approves them. And he's just such a personable guy, and it's not really a lot of bureaucracy where you would have to submit a request for proposal. No, because we do work with a lot of community partners. He'll
Good. I want
provide money to, yeah. So it's
I
just
want
one
to
of
be
those
in the
things.
community. I want to serve the community as best I can. And this is what I do and do well and do best. So what I'm going to do is this, Cynthia. I appreciate your honesty. And I love, I don't even remember the lady who introduced me to you. What was her name?
Jackie, she's our colleague. She's my colleague, and she's our manager in the
Is
Treasure Coast.
fantastic. I will be grateful to her forever for just the introduction because you're special. I know people. I'm empathic and I get vibes. So whatever and however it works out, if it doesn't, I'm not gonna feel bad about it. But I really think there's something could be here. I'm gonna send you the ad that I'm going to run. I'm gonna send you the brief outline. Now I haven't put the graphics to it and all the stuff and everything. Biz to Biz with Joy. I might even, if I can, make a copy, send that so you can see it. So when you show this, you'll have something to show, Rob. But the girl who does my graphics will be doing it next week. But
Okay.
The meat and potatoes, the content is there. That's all you really care about. So,
Absolutely.
and then this video, I have something to do, but I will download this so you can send this and show this to Rob, or you can go to my Facebook page and you can view it there. And then by Wednesday, by Friday, you'll have the video that you can actually have and you can show him. Well, you don't have to show him. He knows what to do and how to do it. Okay. Listen, yeah. I love young people. You don't know this, but I volunteer with young juvenile delinquent girls.
Okay.
And I love working with young people because they keep you alive and vibrant. They stimulate your imagination and they always come through with things that you never thought of. So I'm about blending the old with the new and getting that middle there somewhere. And so that's what you'll be doing 100 years from now, but that's the beauty of life.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you giving me the platform to just talk a little bit about, who we are and what it is that I do. I always like meeting like-minded women, and some of the work that we have been doing has really been striving for diversity for the last 5 years. Since Rod started, really, he looked to include that diversity that maybe in the Bureau we didn't have before. So it's something that makes me very appreciative of him as a leader. And that's why I feel very confident in proposing to him all these different things, because he'll at least always give it a try. So we've tried a lot of different things in the last couple of years, and some have worked out great, others not so much, but we just keep rolling.
Hey, that's what you have to do. And I like what you just said. The mind is connecting together, because for me, Cynthia, it's all about empowering women. I'm sick of that word empowering, but it's our time. It's time for women to connect and unite together, young, old, in between, everybody, because that heart-centered leadership, Rob might be the best CEO in the world, and I'm sure he is, but women have a different type of leadership. The heart is involved, the emotions, the feelings, and we can see and sense things that so many can't, and that's why it's our time. It really is. So however, whatever works out, I'm honored and delighted that we're connected. I'm not the best, stay in touch, but I'll always be in touch, and we'll go.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to send this stuff through to you tonight, and then I'll get you the video by Friday, and we'll go from there.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, me too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was great to have you.
You are a delight. Trust me. I know delight. You are a delight.
Thank you so much.
Well. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, okay. Leading ladies, leaving legacies, not ever goodbye. Why? Because it's our time. Join us as we move onward and upward in style. Connect with me on my website. I can't wait to meet you. Make it soon. Cheers.